Hello and welcome to the 2015 Paradise Jam Women's Preview Show. I am so excited to be with you again for this year's preview show and this year's Paradise Jam. The women's tournament has always been the best of the jam. We've had championship teams here over the course of the years, and this tournament is really where that slogan, the road to the Final Four begins in Paradise, really applies. With me again to break down the teams, talk about the jam, history, future, present, Nels Hawkinson. He's president of Basketball Travelers.
Are you talking about me?
I'm talking about you.
About me?
I am talking about you. I'm talking about the unofficial seasonal mayor of St. Thomas, who brings big-time women's college basketball to our shores every single year. Nels, talk about this tournament and how the Paradise Jam really did start as an experiment with the women's teams exclusively. I mean, you guys used to be out at Ivana Eudora Ken with women's teams only.
Yeah, well, as many people know, I came on a cruise ship 20 years ago, and I said, you know what? I think something's very special here that we need to have a basketball tournament in the Virgin Islands. You know, a lot of people love the game of basketball, so it did start with a women's tournament. We had it at Eudora Ken, played on, a tartan surface, and we had some issues there, but we had a gal by the name of Jackie Stiles that was the leading scorer in the country that actually we hope comes back next year as an assistant coach with one of the teams, which would be really something special. But so it started that way, and it's evolved to be the literally the number one women's tournament in the country before the NCAA tournament. And here's the reason why. This year's teams, 7 of the 8 teams were in the NCAA tournament last year. One of them was in the NIT. 7 of the 8 teams won 20 to 34 games. Maryland won 34-2. We'll talk about them coming up.
Oh, yes.
But 7 of those 8 teams won 20-some games. So they know that coming here, someone's going to be a loser. Also, it's kind of interesting that 7 of those 8 teams have been to the Paradise Jam before. So they know that a neutral floor would have a chance to maybe knock somebody off, and that this shows a lot of weight for the pollsters and where they put them, as we have a few teams, of course, in the top 25. Maryland, I think, is our top, getting our highest votes, maybe around 5 or 6 in the nation, having been to both, of course, Final Fours in the last 2 years. So no disappointment once again for this year's Women's Paradise Jam.
And what people may not know, who are new fans of the Paradise Jam, is that while CBS Sports Network airs 6 men's games the last 2 years, the television coverage began with the women's game. I'm happy to say I've had some of the best time on camera when Fox College Sports used to air the games here in Virgin Islands. I mean, interviewing Pat Summitt, Tara Vanderveer, Gino Auriemma. I did Candace Parker's very first post-game collegiate interview coming off that redshirt year when Tennessee and Michigan State were having an NC2A championship rematch on our floors. This Paradise Jam women's tournament is truly something special. We're going to break down the teams, get right into it when we come back. So stick around. You're watching the 2015 Women's Paradise Jam Preview Show. Don't go away. Lots to talk about. It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back. Queens of college basketball are back in Paradise. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games. Welcome back to the Women's Paradise Jam preview show. I'm yucking it up here with Nels Hawkinson because I just can't stop. There is just no stopping the fun when Nels Hawkinson is on set, on island, in town, bringing us big-time women's college basketball and also big-time furry, island-themed, I want to say, critters. This year, Nels, you seem to have gotten something you have wanted for a very long time. Can you tell the people what's new about the Paradise Jam this year?
Well, first of all, we got a brand new court. And,
yes.
And the palm trees coming out of the court hop
It's
and
gorgeous.
the sun's rays. You need to come to a game if you haven't been before just to see this beautiful court that we brought down here, and it's just being finished installed. That's exciting. We've also teamed up with the Virgin Islands Waste Management. We're excited. They have this preserving paradise theme, you know, to have everybody conserve and make sure that, you know, all the things that need to go in recyclable things can be done. You purchase things accordingly. So I'm all for that because in our city of Seattle, we're the first city to do that, and we recycle about 90% of our waste. So, hence, we got a new guy, and his name is Chipper the Litter Critter, and we are bringing him live to you right here.
Oh, yes.
There he is, everybody.
Chipper the mongoose.
He is a mongoose right
litter
here.
Critter.
That's right. This is Chipper. I'm introducing you. Preserving Paradise is our theme. And I think I might look a little better with a head on.
College game day, a la TV2. That's
what do you think?
Right
I don't know, but it's a little hot in here, so I'm going to, under the lights, I'm going to take that out. But
Chipper's fantastic.
Chipper's fantastic. He is very good
and
looking.
He's a mongoose, very island, very special to the Virgin Islands.
And you'll see him at the airport welcoming the teams. You'll see him at the games. You're also going to see him poolside when we have all our pool parties for our women's teams the day before Thanksgiving. So everybody, you're going to see him around. This is Chipper with Virgin Islands Waste Management and the Paradise Jam.
And how awesome is that? Finally, we have a mascot. I know you've been wanting that for
It's like college game day going on here. College football game day, absolutely. It's awesome stuff, really fun stuff.
You were absolutely right about the floor. I just want to give a shout out to Prater Flooring. They're very nice. John and his crew coming down, beautifying the UVI Sports and Fitness Center. That floor is going to stay there for the UVI Bucks throughout the season. Make sure you come out and support. Let's jump straight into the games and into the teams. We're going to start with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Now, Rutgers University, the last time they were in the Paradise Jam, tragedy struck, and they were unable to play their final game against Arizona State University. That was the year when Aubrey Johnson's little brother, 15-year-old brother, passed away of a cardiomyopathy. Just an amazing freak occurrence with this young man. And he passed away there, right here in the Virgin Islands. So it will never be the same. I've spoken with Aubrey from ASU in the years since. Something you never forget. But Vivian Stringer is back. And it's been lots of years, and I'm telling you, this is one coach that when I was young, I wanted to play for her. She is one of the most amazing individuals, and she's bringing her Scarlet Knights back to the Virgin Islands.
Yes, she is. It's her 44th year in coaching. She's the only coach that has led 3 different teams to the NCAA Final Four. Unbelievable. She's been doing it a long time. Ironically, Stephanie Williams, who is our Hall of Fame inductee, she played for Vivian at Cheney State, so it's a kind of a really, really cool thing to, she played that one year, so it's pretty exciting that the timing of her being inducted and Vivian being back here being special.
She's got a center on that team, Rachel Holloway, who is an amazing player. And Vivian's an amazing coach, but when you can hear her say these kinds of things about a player, it's really interesting. Let's listen to Vivian talk about her senior center coming down here this year.
Rachel is that other player. Those of you who have been watching these games know this girl was the most highly ranked center in the country. She's special. Rachel is very special. Sometimes you see Rachel do some things you're thinking, oh my God, she's just a very special and talented player. Trust me, I don't know that anyone loves the game more than her.
Cannot wait to see Rachel and Vivian and those Scarlet Lights get on the floor with Tulane.
Yeah, Tulane, the Green Wave. Now, this is a team I honestly didn't know a lot about, and I started reading about them. They're incredible. They've had 6 straight 20-win seasons. She's been there for 22 years at Tulane. I had no idea Lisa Stockton had been there. 22-11 last year. Made it to the NCAAs. Of course, everybody did, except one team that's in this year's event. And ranked 46th nationally in their scoring defense, so a really strong defensive style of coach. So they surprised me, and I don't get surprised very often. They're going to be pretty good. So don't discredit Tulane. They've got a chance to do well here.
That's going to be a marquee matchup, Tulane and Rutgers in the Island Division. You mark my words. We've got lots more of the women's tournament coming up with the Women's Paradise Jam preview show. Don't go away. We've got Nels, Hawkinson. We're talking about lots more. So hang out. We'll be back. It's back. That's right. The Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back. Queens of college basketball are back in paradise. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right. The Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games. Welcome back to the 2015 Women's Paradise Jam Preview Show. We're going to jump right into the teams because, as usual, the women's field is hot, Nels. You picked a hot one. Let's talk about the Reef Division. Old Dominion Monarchs are going to play the Maryland Terrapins coming up in their first matchup. And let me tell you something. ODU is no slouch, 11-7 in conference play. But the Maryland Terrapins, I remember the last time they were here, when I saw them, they went to the championship game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they're tough this year.
Old Dominion, you know, when Karen Barefoot was here 5 years ago, it was her first time coaching the ODU team. She came here. She picked up her first win here. So I remember giving her a ball as her first win. And she still, I was on her show last night by remote radio. She still remember that. So she's got great memories of the Virgin Islands, getting her first win here, 6 years. And this last year, 21-13, was her best year she's ever had. So they keep getting better. She is a Facebook fool. We are crazy Facebook friends. She is a player's coach. And they love her there. They love her, the Monarchs, and they have a shot to win this thing. Outstanding, great team.
The Maryland Terrapins. I mean, when you talk about Brenda Freese and the players that have come through her program, what she has been able to not only build but sustain in College Park, Maryland loves to come down to the Paradise Jam.
This will be their second time. Last time they played Tennessee for the championship
That's
game.
right.
And I was sitting there waiting to give the trophy to somebody, and it was a 1-point game. Tennessee had the ball down 1. And they ended up winning it, but it was an amazing experience. So they come off of 2 back-to-back Final Four, situations, and which is amazing. And their team is loaded. Brenda Freese, I'm getting so old that she was actually on one of my summer teams when she was a player at Arizona State.
Don't tell people that, Nels.
We go. No, it's that Grecian formula that you throw in there, and then all of the stuff for your skin, the baby face skin stuff. Anyway, so Brenda is a really great friend, a heck of a coach, and doing great things, and been there a long time.
I love watching her on the sideline. She's a stalker, and she's having so much fun out there, but she doesn't play. Let's talk about the South Dakota State Jackrabbits.
Okay, last time they were here, so Aaron Johnson's been there, I think, up to 16 years. So they're the team no one wants to play. There's a few teams like that. Marist is like
Sleepers.
that. Middle Tennessee State. These are the teams that have a hard problem scheduling, opponents, because they won't come to their place, and it's hard to go to a big school and to win. So Aaron Johnston, he beat Kentucky when he was here last time, and a huge upset, and he can do it again. He was 24-9 last year, of course, was in the NCAA tournament. And amazing to have the Jackrabbits back here in St. Thomas.
We talked about ODU. They're going to play the Pittsburgh Panthers when they first get here. Interesting, a player, I believe her name is Breeze, who plays for Pitt, was coached by Howard Dorsey, who is the head coach of the Chicken Hawk Lady Varsity Squad. She'll be back here. She was playing under one of his AAU teams. It's sort of like a Virgin Islands and college basketball. We just know where they are.
Well, Susan Bacanocero, she's the head coach. She's actually a three-time, she was Coach of the Year and Hall of Fame coach in her third year there. One of the biggest turnarounds in Division I college basketball, picked to finish last in their conference. She went from 11-20 the previous year to 20-12 and made it actually into the second round of the NCAAs. She knows what she's doing. Great coach. I can't pick who's going to win each of these divisions. I really, really can't.
There's just so many sleepers.
It's unbelievable. But again, she's set to be able to have a chance to win this as well.
Another sleeper team. I think you will be sad if you blink your eye on is Green Bay. UW Green Bay is here, and I believe is this the second time they've been to the Paradise Jam?
I think it's the first time they've been to the Paradise Jam, but they won 28 games last year. They're 28-5. The Phoenix, they averaged 70 points a game, only gave up 56 points a game. Some incredible stats on them. They've had 38 consecutive winning seasons. They have 17 straight league championships. Preseason, of course, to win the Horizon League, which they're in. He doesn't have necessarily a tall team, but they play so well together defensively, so well. And he was at Green Bay. He went to Michigan, so he's actually come back. Kevin Borseth is the coach, and led him last year to 28-5 because Matt Bolant, who was the coach, went on to coach at Illinois, who was, of course, here last year. It's a really small world. So, again, another team that can win this thing.
Sleep on that team at your own peril. Let's talk last but not least about the Virginia Cavaliers who are coming to the Paradise Jam. Now, this is a team that it's a big school. It's big sports programs at Virginia, but this team is not ranked where you would think they would be, but they have some room to grow this year. What are you expecting from the Cavaliers this year?
They have 4 starters back, which helps. It's a young team. They have only 1 senior on the team. Faith Randolph is kind of their stud. She has 16 points a game. Crazy 91% free throw shooter. So while the record's only 17-14, I expect them to be in the low 20s, even in the tough ACC, with the Duke and Carolina and Georgia Tech and all of them. So they'll be a 20-win team because they were just so young last year. But again, another team, they have the poorest record. The only team out of the 8 that didn't have 20 wins was Virginia. But they were so young, and again, they're going to be right there. I can't. It's going to be a coin flip to see who's going to win each bracket.
It's going to be a tough tournament, Island Division, Reef Division. But for a team like that, they've got to be able to expect that. And this is an excellent way for them to start heading into the ACC. I mean, it's not going to get any easier for a team like that.
No, it gives a good wake-up call, and so it gives her a chance to have, by the time this event's over, about 2 or 3 weeks to adjust what she needs to do before they get in her ACC conference play.
Well, it just gets easier for us as we go along. We're done with the teams. We got a little bit more coming up, so stick around. You're watching the 2015 Women's Paradise Jam Preview Show right here on TV2. Don't go away.
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back. Queens of college basketball are back in paradise. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back. Queens of college basketball are back in paradise. Paradise Jam!
Welcome back to the Paradise Jam Women's Preview Show. And this is happening.
It is happening.
That's
right
happening. Nels has gone full local. First of all, the VI hat. Can we just get a look at that old school logo design? Because I'm afraid that's vintage.
So nice, so nice. Virgin Islands nice, so nice. So
Nels, you are here to talk basketball and not sing.
Yeah, well, I'm
okay.
trying to start a new career.
I think we should thank the sponsors for putting this on for us, because without you guys, we would not have this.
We do the Humpty Hump. We do the Humpty Hump. Everybody. Yeah, bronze sponsors, Bellows, Coral World, Havana Blue, SmartNet, Bing, Virgin Beverages. Our Bronze Plus sponsors we're so excited about: Ballerina Jewelers, Banco Popular, Caribbean Green Printing, my boy Barris, Get Charm, Pizza Hut, Tropic Tours, 22 Park Mall, VI Port Authority, our silver sponsors, AT&T, reach out and touch somebody. That's the defense I used to play. That's an old slogan, but it still works for me. Broadband VI, Coca-Cola, Comprehensive, Orthopedic Global, Daily News, Designs, Inc., Dial, Rent to Own, First Bank, Home Depot, the Orange People, First Bank, Mahogany Run Golf Course. I brought a extra pair of pants with me because I had a hole in one. The Red Hook Agency, I'm really sorry. Remember to tip your waitress. U.S. Marine Corps, the Avalanche Radio Show, VI Waste Management, Whiteco, and our gold sponsors, Ackley Media Group, Avis, D-Vibe, InFocus Innovative, International Capital and Management, Little, not big, but Little Switzerland Jewelers, thank you very much. Am I getting to my head? MDM Inc., 2K Sports, Belongo Beach and Bay Beach Resort.
Baby.
Frenchman's Riva, Morningstar Resort, Nike, and of course the USVI Department of Tourism makes this all possible to get all the games on TV, so that the 90 million homes that watch the games or the games that are on the internet all over the world will come down and spend lots of money, so everybody can do well here in the islands.
Thank you so much for the segue, by the way, because it's all about VI Paradise Jam.
It is nice.
I want to remind you all that social media is where it's at with Paradise Jam, hashtag Paradise Jam. You want to find them at paradisejam.com, where you can watch live stream if you're on St. Croix or you're unable to see the games on CBS Sports Network. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube. Get on it. Get it done. This is the 2015 Paradise Jam Women's Preview Show. I'm hanging out with Nels Hawkinson. You know how we do.
This is how we do it.
We will see you at the jam. Thank you so much for joining us.
See everybody. See you there. Happy Thanksgiving.
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back. Queens of college basketball are back in paradise. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back.